Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and it's time once again for some drunken nerd talk. I got a Mike's Hard Lemonade, cracked it out, and I got my buddy Vito popped in last minute. What's up, Vito? Thanks for being here.
Not much. Yeah, this half empty Panera coffee is definitely liquored up.
Cheers. Bam. I got my black cherry Mike's Hard, and do you know what we're celebrating today, Vito? Well, we're gonna be doing a lot
5
of
years
stuff.
of sobriety.
Yep, down the drain. Oh, shit.
Right answer.
Damn it.
No, I don't get my chip.
Speaking of which, I want to talk about that. Bam Margera is not in Jackass 4. A lot of people are mad at Johnny Knoxville and team, but there's a good reason. But that's another good story we'll talk about tonight, along with the Powerpuff Girls script. Oh, it's out there, guys. It is out there. Oh,
Are we
man.
allowed to talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, you can allegedly talk about it, Vito. I mean, as long as you're not
it's already out there.
You're not distributing it or sharing it or doing that, then you're fine. But yeah, I mean, I've seen it on some sites, and I have perused them on some sites. I've read more pages than my last report. Man, we got some stuff to talk about. Plus, Vito, guess what? Ray Fisher's back. I don't want to do another video about the man.
Is he ever going away?
But every time he does something, you guys send it to me, and I guess I'm supposed to report on it. So we got more Ray Fisher talk. And let's not bury the lead tonight. Tonight, guys, we will be celebrating Screen Junkie's 400th Honest Trailer. I'm so proud. 400 trailers.
Yay.
Now they're getting to the point, Vito, where I think they're going to eventually make more than I will have been there for, which is an odd feeling, but also something I'm proud of because it's like, wow, I made something that still a lot of people want to continue to make money off of, no matter they don't want my name there or not. They wish probably I would not associate myself with their brand, but I will never not associate because it's my baby. It's my brand. No matter what they do, it's always going to be my creation. So happy to go through. I don't usually like to watch these things, but I started watching because I was curious because they decided for the 400th episode to do the DCEU, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then I stopped myself. I was like, no. Let's watch this together, shall we, audience? We'll watch this together to celebrate 400 years of honest trailers. 400 years.
400 years.
Sure feels that way.
God, I hope not.
Yeah, I would say Vito, just so we're clear on like what I did over there. On the 200th Honest Trailer, which was like, I think May before I was gone in October. So I don't know. Can someone do the math for me? Someone go figure out. The last one I did was, I think it was Blade Runner. And then I actually helped on the Spider-Man one that they released after. So the Spider-Man Homecoming, or what I think was or Far From Home, whatever the one was after Blade Runner. But that would have been in October 2017. If someone can do the math for me, chat, I'll be impressed, and I'll give you a cheers. That's as many as I did. So I think it's got to be somewhere, I don't know, between 200 and 300. I know I didn't do the 300th because their 300th was the MCU. I looked up today because I was curious. I was like, oh, I missed that milestone. But I don't think I was online. I don't remember. Anyway, 400 years Honest Trailers, it's time to celebrate. And every time they do a big milestone, I'm going to celebrate because I'm allowed, right, Vito? It's my baby. And anytime I can...
Is this all they make now?
Pretty much. We'll talk about that. I usually try to avoid it, but I figured, hey, it's a milestone, and this is a good opportunity to cash in on that algorithm. So anybody who, although it's not very good these days, their algorithm is not doing as great as it used to.
Dude, I'm looking. The last
sad.
Like 80, 100 videos they made are all honest.
Yeah, no, they eliminated movie fights, which is really sad. So movie fights is gone. Which I wish I could just have back.
They have a movie fights from 2020 Oscars.
That's the last one. And so all they do, the Screen Junkie show is dead. They've now just turned Screen Junkies into an Honest Trailer channel once a week. And the views on these things are so depressing. I mean, Reefer Madness, it was 420, but still, what were you thinking? That was such a dumb idea. Would have never greenlit that one. And then, they got Pitch Meeting Guy to finally show up, I noticed. And I couldn't even watch it. I started that when I was like, oh, this is terrible. They did it for Money Plane, which is, I guess, some like really bad movie that everyone makes fun of. But look at this.
I've heard that
it's
name.
A week old, and they got Pitch Meeting, which is a huge collab, and they didn't even break 500,000 on an Honest Trailer. Dude, that is awful.
What did the Honest Trailers used to do?
Oh my God, we got 1 million in a day. Back in the day, we got 1 million in a day. If you go watch, if we were to look at this channel on the,
I'm going to sort by most popular.
Yeah, well, I'm doing it. Let me do it with you.
41 million on Titanic.
Yeah, I mean, those are my. Now you're my world, baby.
Where you were doing
now
it.
these are my playgrounds. Yep, exactly. 41 million, 41 million, 32 million. Exactly. 23 million. Look at this. 23. This is when it's excelled. I'm curious. All of these are mine. All of these are still mine. Yeah, they haven't. Suicide Squad, that was also mine.
I wonder,
literally,
people are
the whole page.
Tired of them?
They haven't. Since I've left, they have not been able to crack going in there. BVS, I did that one. Yeah, I gotta say, I still feel good, Vito. They have not been able to.
It's always nice. I mean, they say success is the greatest revenge, but I also think other people's failure is the greatest.
That's true.
I think after you leave a project, you just want to see it plummet right into the ground.
Well, no, I don't, because I actually do. I want this to succeed. I'm proud of the show. I can still take credit for it, but it's just not as popular, so it's kind of a bummer because no one really cares. You can't really use this to get successful because you're like, what? Oh, that thing that was good 6 years ago? Oh, that one? I mean, it's depressing. I'm going through, and they still have yet to be able to. I mean, you'd think with all the movies the past few years, you would have had one. I mean, the Snyder Cut, Rise of Skywalker. Even Last Jedi was there. There we go. Justice League. I think that was after me. Justice League would have been after me. So there you go. That one's the first one. 6.9 million. Okay, there we go. It took look how many they went through. Whoo! I've lost count of them all. But that one, and then Stranger Things. There you go. 2 of them. And then this was the last one I did. Season 10, episode 1. I don't know what that means. That was the last one I was involved in. It came out after me, but I helped on the script before I was out. And then, it's been still. All these are still mine. Anyway, now's the time to sort of, we'll roast. And there's Godzilla, 6.2 million. Yeah, we got to get there. Anyway, still, there we go. MCU. Now, this was the Last Jedi. Man, they should have done better. But MCU is their 300th anniversary.
What's their Last Jedi got? 6 million?
Yeah, 6 million. But, man, you saw those videos. I'm not just pumping myself up. I mean, clearly, back in my day, Vito, we were successful.
I know. I'm not nearly as successful as the great Andy Signore.
Well, I mean, I'm not today. You're probably more successful now.
Yeah, you had to get knocked down so that now I can
get
come
back up
and go the young upstart. I'm not.
But hey, I try my best. So tonight we're going to talk about this. I'm going to watch the trailer with you guys. That's why I got the booze out, because let's see if it's funny. If it's funny, I'll be honest. If it's not, I'll be honest too. But we're also going to talk about Eternals. Does Eternals look boring? I want to get Vito's thoughts and so much more in tonight's full show. If you're watching this on the replay, why don't you become a member? Hit that join. Help rebuild this community. If you were a fan of Honest Trailers, hey, throw me a join. You know, it's the least they could do, right, Vito? Don't you think?
Join up. Be a part of the experience.
All right. So
you know what I'm going to say? I'll tell you this. I mean, when guys like me and you, the mainstream, for some reason or other, doesn't want us around, our avenue is that guys like you who know that we're fun, who know that we're talented, you're the ones who make it happen. This is the new counterculture. Is telling the mainstream, you know what, I'm going to support guys I like because I know they're funny. I know you don't want them around for some reason, but I like them. So thank you to all of you who support us.
Amen.
Yeah.
It's out there. It's on the counter. Yeah, amen. Well said, Vito. I agree. We pay the creators.
I beat up that clown, and I know the video is horrific, and everyone's seen it. I don't like to talk about it. All right, I still maintain that clown was coming at me. But point is, I'm still here. I'm still working.
Hey, and look who just joined, Latino Slant. What's up, my man? Paulie, right? How you doing, man? Just became a member. You could come on in if you want. Paulie's over on, always on with Midnight's Edge with me. DM me, man.
Latino Slant.
I think it's Paulie, right? Yeah, he's been on the show with me. He's a good gentleman. Nice. Hit me up in the DM if you want to hit it up. We're going to roast Honest Trailers. And if anybody else in the chat is a major fan and you want to drop a little something to come roast it with me, I will let you join this. But yeah, let me know, man. Drop me. Come on, people. More the merrier to sort of roast. Look, I actually don't know if I'm going to roast him. I don't want to just roast him to roast him. I want to be honest.
Well, we're going to be honest to the honest trailer.
Exactly.
An honest review of an honest.
So if anybody
trailer
out there's like, Andy, I really want to. All right, just hit me up, and I'll let you know. All right, so yeah, everybody. There's also Vito. I've stumbled upon this thing where I keep praising Kevin Spacey for reasons, but now like people have clipped me to show. Look at Andy supporting Kevin Spacey. What a creep. It's become an in-joke here. I need to get a Kevin Spacey head on my emojis so people can keep playing along. But yeah, guys, if you didn't watch my last Kevin Spacey video, go watch that, and you'll understand why I keep praising Kevin. All hail Kevin Spacey, because I fear for my life. People are like, get drunk
He's
first.
coming
Trust
for
me,
all of us.
I don't need to get drunk to be harsh.
He's going to what country? Spain? Italy?
Somewhere. I don't know. Good for him. Snook Master,
countries
what's
that does not
up?
care about
Snook
you.
Master.
Buy
that for $1.
They still do SGU, but only on Phantom Entertainment. They've increasingly gotten stale. I only watch for Spencer. When he's not on, I don't watch. Yeah, I don't know, man. I who's on it? It's like Lon still and Danielle, and then they put in a bunch of weird random people that no one's ever heard of. It's just completely a bummer to watch something you made. Oh, Kevin Spacey's in the chat. What's up, Kevin? Good to see you, sir. You know I respect you, sir. There he is in the chat. Yeah, just a bummer to watch something you build and then just a bunch of people just aren't as good to keep it going. And so they like manage to still be successful, Vito. Like it's enough to like still work, but just not be at the levels that it could be.
They're feeding off your corpse.
Exactly. And they can't come up with anything original that's successful yet after 4 years. It's pretty amazing. All right. So let me know. I guess nobody. Bunda said if anybody funny wants to join, they're good. But oh well, let's just get to it, shall we?
Funny people.
Kevin Spacey though, always invited. Really kind of stalk Andy. They do. People do stalk me. It's very weird, but that is interesting because that means you're.
My stalkers
well.
suck. They're not even fun.
What do you mean?
They're bad people, man.
You want what's a fun stalker? Is I guess what I meant to ask.
I don't know, someone who hates you but not for like evil reasons.
All right.
Cool. It's complicated.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, let's get to this, shall we? Let's watch this together, Vito. You and I can roast this together. All right. Hold on. Let's go back to there. It is. Honest Trailers, DCEU.
Go to egg roll.
Oh God, I forgot. Yeah, there's an egg roll commercial. All right, here we go. That means we're gonna get them paid. Get them paid. They're getting paid. Here we go, guys. You ready to watch this with me? I want to hear your reactions in the comments as well. I'm doing this for you, so please. I'll do shots every time you drop a super chat in to get me drunker throughout this. I'll need it. 8 minutes. Oh. All right, Vito, you ready for this? Let's do it.
Yeah.
400, baby.
This episode is presented by Pagoda Egg Rolls.
What a weird
Sister, what? Props to Robert Holtby, who creates all these amazing fake titles. He is an amazing guy out in the UK. Got to meet him when we went out there. Super good guy. Super happy for him. He's still there doing it, and he does these. I mean, he hits it out of the park every fucking time. So good for him. That's one positive I will give. So because they're hold on before we get there, because they're like running out of ideas and not doing well, they realize they need more like sort of genre styles, Vito. And to be honest, good for them because it's like another way
franchises.
to like how to beat the dead horse a little harder. Like they try to do like filmmakers. It's something we tried to do back. One of the first ones we ever did was every Adam Sandler movie ever. I've recently apologized because I realized it was super mean. And my bosses at the time didn't let us release it because it was really mean. And I think they actually wanted to do something with Sandler because his nephew was like constantly there. Anyway, long story short, that it was it's not that original, but I do think it was smart for them to try and do a genre. Also, Muddit, thank you, Muddit.
That for $1.
Muddit wants to get drunk and see if he can write a better honest trailer live on the show. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not going to do their work for him, but Vito's already yawning, so what's that tell you?
Sorry.
No,
I'm
please.
not yawning.
Good time to yawn during this
I haven't been awake for 18 hours.
After Superman Lives died, Batman v Superman Asylum got locked away, and J.J. Abrams' Superman Flyby crashed down to Earth.
JJ script. That was the bomb.
Warner Brothers just kind of snapped and said,
all right, you know what? F it. You want to launch a universe? How's this? Superman doesn't want to save people, Batman's a murderer, Wonder Woman's an incel, and Harley Quinn takes 3 movies to break up with Joker who looks like my coke dealer. You all happy now, you You're all fired! I hate my job! I'm gonna go make SpongeBob spin-offs for Paramount Plus!
The DC Extended Universe.
All right, I'm gonna start and stop to make it more interesting. I have to do a video at some point to break down the formula because there is one, and I have the script. I kind of want to. Anyway, I'll save that video for a later video. The actual breakdown of honest trailers, so anyone can do them, Vito. But yeah, this beginning from I'm already sort of befuddled. So their joke was, were they saying those other ones were good or bad? I'm kind of confused. Are they saying that these would have been better versions? Like there was a.
They wanted.
And J.J. Abrams' Superman flyby crashed down to Earth.
So they're okay. They're just saying there were 3 other versions of the properties that didn't. Nicolas Cage's, J.J. Abrams,
script.
Brendan Fraser almost was Superman. Yes, doesn't mean it would have been good.
Warner Brothers just kind of snapped and said,
All right, you know what? F it. You want to launch a universe? How's this? Superman doesn't want to save people.
I mean, I hate this joke because it's not honest. Warner Brothers hates Zack Snyder, and they didn't even have the balls to make that joke. Zack Snyder made these choices, not Warner Brothers.
Batman's a murderer.
Warner Brothers has been fighting them forever.
3 movies to break up with Joker, who looks like my coke dealer. You all happy now, you
Yeah.
You're all
These jokes are
fired.
bad.
I hate my job. I'm gonna go make SpongeBob spin-offs for Paramount Plus.
It's just not an honest joke. I don't understand what they're doing. But hey, they're popular videos, so the masses don't care. They just upvote it and go, "Yay, an honest trailer! They're funny."
Well,
but
yelling is funny to
guess.
a lot of people. I mean, if you yell, there should be some substance behind it.
Sure. And John Bailey did a good performance there. I will admit, good performance. He's
Joker
good.
Joker looks like my coke dealer. I don't. Okay.
Yeah, not funny so far.
The
Sorry.
DC Extended Universe.
Okay.
Welcome to the DCEU continuity. That, compared to Marvel's boring but reliable B student, is a chaotic goth nerd who never lived up to his potential. Because Warner's does crap like change the title after a movie comes out.
What?
Cancel films they've already announced.
What does this have to do with being the goth child? It's like a completely disjointed joke from the first joke, right? Am I crazy? They're like,
yeah, I didn't follow. I mean, I guess because it's darker.
The goth nerd who never
Spencer just doesn't have anybody who edits him anymore, so he's out on his own, and he whatever.
lived up to his potential. Because Warner's does.
Sorry, what'd you say?
He's probably out of jokes.
Yeah, maybe. He is the funniest one there. I've always said it.
He probably used the other ones on the other DC movies.
Exactly. That's also a problem.
Yeah.
What's up, Gallet? Thank you.
Buy that for $1.
Love your channel, Andy. Would totally be pumped to do a Nerd Wars on how the multiverse of Spider-Man 3 is a terrible idea. Okay, later, maybe tonight. Keep donating. I'll take your money and then I'll fight you. That's how it works here. I'm that desperate. Since I can't make the honest trailer money anymore with egg rolls, Vito, I gotta take it from my fans
you
direct.
Get an egg roll sponsorship. Just
maybe
go to your local Chinese restaurant and tell them.
Should have done that tonight.
Go to
be
Super
unmatched.
Chang's on 5th and 9th. They've got the best orange chicken.
Way better egg rolls than these shitty egg rolls.
Just your local Chinese restaurant. Look, I'll do it for $20.
Sushi Cafe could have brought me some egg. Damn it! I should have done it. Good. I missed that opportunity. Sponsored by. Anyway, here we go.
Crap like change the title after a movie comes out. Cancel films they've already announced. Publicly fight their own stars. Swap directors mid-production. And release oopsies cuts of their films to win back fans. In the sort of behind-the-scenes drama you get when the closest thing you have to a Feige is Donald Trump's Treasury Secretary. Sheesh, no wonder these guys hated Cyborg.
Whoa, hold on.
Hold on, I'm trying to wrap my head
so,
around that
he's
one.
going so fast through these jokes. I swear to God, I'm not just doing this to roast them. I wanted to be like, all right, they're good. I'm proud of this. I'm not here to just shit on.
Can you explain that Cyborg joke?
Exactly, Vito. What the fuck did we just watch? I don't understand.
Is he saying like Trump's racist, so that's why Cyborg got in trouble?
And who is this Trump guy? He's not the Kevin Feige. He's a producer in some of the films, but I've never even heard of this. What the fuck are they talking about? Jeff Johns is Walter Hamada, Emmerich. Even you could make the argument before, like. This is just not.
Is that joke really, though, that Trump is racist, so he hates Cyborg?
It sounds that way, and it's not honest.
You have to a Feige is Donald Trump's Treasury Secretary.
So therefore.
Sheesh, no wonder these guys hated Cyborg.
That is an awful,
that's a leap.
Unhonest truth.
That's a leap.
Honest joke, rather, not truth. It's not the truth. It's frustrating. Now
Not
they're
to
just
mention, like,
in
I
it.
kind of thought honest trailers, do they normally get political?
No.
Is that their thing?
We used to avoid it. Back me up, Chad.
That's really picking a side to say Trump is racist. I mean, I know people believe that, but
Yeah, and I don't even,
I
whatever.
didn't expect it here.
Right, or whether you believe it or not, or whether he is or not, is an argument one could make. But what the fuck does that have to do with this? He has nothing to do with it. I don't even ever. Have you guys even heard of that guy?
I've never heard of that guy.
I've never heard of that guy in all the stuff. And they broke the rule, and this is something I always push for. Keep it honest. It's always funnier. And you'll look, they're getting the views from but the reason I shouldn't be giving them all this free help, Vito. If the boss is over there, if Michael Chang was over there, I'm not. I guess he's the real guy in charge of it all. Anyway, he's paying attention. He should be cracking the whip and doing your job like I did because these are lazy. That's why your numbers suck. No one gives a fuck anymore. But Jesus, pay me off the record. I'll fix it. I'll come in and crack that ship. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Trump
get it.
hasn't even been in
that is
office
a bad joke.
Yeah.
Vito's so concerned with. Wait a second.
It's like so late to make a Trump joke at this point.
And that's another good point. Anyway, but he's racist, so therefore that's why they're not even making a decision. They haven't busted on Zack Snyder. They're not taking I guess they stand with Ray Fisher also. Which we'll get to him tonight too. Don't leave. But
yeah,
anyway,
they're really
these guys
kind
hated
of throwing him a
Cyborg.
bone.
No wonder they hated Cyborg because they're racist and worked for Trump.
Meet your typical DCEU protagonist.
Oh, hold
Either
on.
a naive
Johnny
fish out of
figured out
water.
the joke.
Oh.
Johnny says, is it because Cyborg stole money from the banks, so the Treasury Secretary hated him?
Oh my God! Really?
If that's what the joke is, it's even more confusing.
It's even worse.
Yeah, he's a Treasury Secretary, so he hates Cyborg because Cyborg stole money in this plot line that I already forgot about from that movie.
Wow.
Either way, that joke is really confusing and bad.
And really, really bad. Not funny.
Right.
Not worth the build-up.
EU protagonist, either a naive fish out of water, an angst-fueled warrior made of sadness, or a quippy jokester stuck with Joss Whedon's B material.
My special skills include viola.
Whoa. Margot Robbie wasn't stuck with Joss Whedon's leftover
Whedon's B
material.
material.
My special.
So there are all these people, and then there's the
or
Flash.
a quippy jokester stuck with Joss Whedon's B material.
My special skills include viola, web design, fluent in sign language.
They're way too powerful to worry about.
It's just Superman. In all these instances, it's Superman. And then Shazam. Okay.
Shazam is a Superman.
But when they're somehow threatened by an irritating little wimp,
Ooh, I love it. Choo! Ow! Wow! Honka honka!
an army of faceless
All right, that's
goons,
They are little wimps. That's the first time I'm like, okay. They all
Yeah.
bugged by
All right.
annoying little wimps.
Fair
That's
enough.
what are we in? 2 minutes in? Our first genuine huh. Vito and I both gave it a genuine huh.
or an angry lump of CGI. They'll harness the power of creatine to squeeze into a series of costumes so fetishized they should have their own OnlyFans.
Silica-based quartz sand fabric, abrasion
Why is
resistant,
this costume
heat resistant.
My brother,
Fetishized?
I applaud your choices today. It shouldn't work, but hot damn it does.
Make it through that part of the
That's a
movie
real scene in Shazam. I totally forgot about that scene.
where they lose their powers.
Not funny. Not funny. They don't lose their powers. Superman has kryptonite. It's his
Powers.
weakness.
Well, technically
guess.
depowered, I guess.
And it's one
Wonder
moment
Woman
and
does
he's
lose her
doesn't-
powers a little bit as well.
I got the wind knocked out of me. Need a few seconds,
All
that's
right.
all.
Murder someone.
You can't leave him like that!
She does warn her people. That's fair. Yeah, we know that one.
And tease some kind of sequel, character, or spin-off that will never get followed up on.
That's true.
We have a league of our own.
Oh snap! Do you know who that is? That's the next director's problem. In a world dominated by Disney.
It just could have been a little clearer. You really could have hammered that a little harder. The fact that they have no idea what they're doing. I don't think the
Yeah, it is weird that they keep teasing stuff. You're like, maybe just stop doing that. 'cause-
Yeah, that was solid, but the delivery of it in this honest trailer, judging how the format, and I just that could have been a lot more organized and a lot better to really get to the point quicker. Of a studio that has no idea what it's doing, it will blah 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 blah. They just didn't make it clear. He's setting up jokes on jokes to try and like get more jokes in, and the problem is he's losing sight of what made the show really good, which is concise, keep it honest, and just those are two crucial rules I was always hammering when we were scripting, and changed a lot of things to make sure it was very simple and clear. Unless a joke was really funny, I'm like, all right, fuck it, that's funny. But none of these jokes were so like, ha, that's good, that you have to fuck with the format.
Disney's Mickey Mouse Club. Watch DC's effort to set themselves apart. Where Marvel wonders, what if the gods were just like us? DC answers, they're real, and they want nothing to do with you.
I used to want to save the world.
I don't want to be king.
Yeah, here's the thing. I can't be here.
Superman was never real.
The world. That's a good run. That was a good run. I like that run. That was the first one. I'm like, all right, that was solid.
The best storylines of their best comics. They'll let the guys behind Blade Trinity and Rise of Skywalker take their best shot. And instead of
you could make fun of the people behind the Marvel movies in the first two, but yeah, cheap joke.
All the
yeah,
time.
but he's saying that they at least use existing storylines, kind of.
But that has nothing to do with the fact that who cares they hired these two guys. That's not connected to the.
Well, I care that they hired Chris Terry.
No, but my point is, you could argue Snyder did use Death of Superman. Like, he's pulled from a lot of classic stories, and they still ruined it. So my point is, keep it honest, keep it on the point of what your joke is. To go from they use the best comics to they hire these two guys is just not connected to me.
Not a great,
take their best shot.
It's not like a fair comparison.
And instead of quipping all the time,
that is America's ass.
Everyone talks like a 14-year-old trying to sound badass while they skim a wiki page.
This is Katana. She's got my back.
The best
she can cut all you in half with one sword stroke, just like mowing the lawn. I would advise not getting killed by her. Her sword traps the souls of its victims.
You know, if it's a choice between...
I would admit that clip is way funnier than what the trailer did.
The joke being made about
it's just Mr. Exposition. Like, it is the most laziest, ridiculous thing ever. But clearly, I'm guessing that's not in the Ayer cut, Vito. You know what I'm saying?
You probably don't need the line that her sword steals the soul. It's like, yeah, she's got a sword. And we don't need to know that.
I advise you not get killed by her because her sword steals the souls of its victims. It's so funny.
And don't give her vanilla ice cream. It makes her very gassy. She likes chocolate. Okay, man. Like, yeah.
Jason's like, but yeah, my point is that yes, they ruined the death of Superman, but that would have been a funnier. Watch as Marvel took the most powerful comic lines and made them cinema gold, and then as DC took these, like, and then just list all of the comic runs that they ruined and wasted.
Yeah,
would have been a much more truthful, I feel like, and better run to really if you're doing the DCEU. Instead, it's like sort of jokes. Anyway, let's keep going. Oh my God, we're not even halfway.
Between this and the quips, then I choose the Air Bud franchise.
I wouldn't. I probably would watch the DCU over the Air Bud franchise. Also not honest.
Experience a universe that rests on one amateur bodybuilder's shoulders. Zack Snyder, the inventor of the feature-length movie trailer. Because if trailers have all the coolest shots, then a 4-hour-long trailer would be nothing but awesome. I mean, right, bro? Watch as he reinvents DC's biggest icons by taking all the color out, literally and metaphorically. And whether or not you're on board with his super nihilism, cringe while the studio rips control of his films away, undermines the world he created, and ensures that every fan he made will reflexively hate anything they ever do. You know, I'd expect better from the people in charge of Harry Potter and Game of Thrones. Wait, no I wouldn't. Of course they screwed this up.
Yeah, that just bums me because they didn't pick a side. You know, they're playing both sides there. Like, they're criticizing Snyder, but they clearly don't want to be criticized by his fans. And I think that the joke suffers because they didn't pick a side. Are you pro Snyder or not? Because Snyder's a lot of the reasons why the DCU is failing, and you aren't even being honest about it.
Well, it seems like it was like, let's make the Snyder cut and then they'll like us again. But instead, it just kind of gives them a new reason to hate you, which is super weird. And maybe you should have just ignored them.
Correct.
And
then,
like,
again,
give us the whole Snyder verse.
Honest Trailers was always like
just never going to be happy.
Yeah, Honest Trailers sort of an essay, sort of laying out, and they're not even really admitting that. Like, you gave, all right, like, how about talk about a studio so half-assed they caved to the fans' demands, and then changed their mind immediately. Like, be honest. Say the fucking truth. You're not; these aren't honest anymore, which is what.
So before the Flash movie resets the timeline, or gets canceled again. Or the star gets canceled again. Enjoy superhero movies for the thoughtful and enraged troll inside all of us, where the only thing more dysfunctional than what's happening behind the camera
oh my God, that's ridiculous.
is every DC hero's relationship with their parents.
I have to go back.
When I was a kid, my dad traded me for a 6-pack of beer.
Didn't think you were ready for them to see the monster. You are not a monster. It's weird that you thought I meant me.
Mom.
It's a good run. This is true. It's true. A lot of bad fathers.
Superman's dad is the worst.
He is
I
the
hate
worst.
that so much.
Yeah.
You saved a school
I
bus
know,
full of
Father.
children, son? I'm very disappointed in you.
My
The
mother
hell?
sculpted me from clay, and I was brought to life by Zeus.
Well, that's neat.
It's always when you can use the movie's own line as the joke. It's always a good thing to pull off.
Yeah.
But that was a good run.
Starring MacGuffins.
The Codex is Krypton's future.
The lost trident of Atlan.
The God Killer?
He's after the change engine, his mother box.
We gotta cut her heart out!
A stone started all of this.
The rock was lost.
It's a rock.
Amazing act.
That was funny. I wonder if you could. I wonder if they did that in the MCU one, because the MCU is also filled with MacGuffins.
Actors given nothing to do.
Yeah.
Do you really think that...
Oh, wow, they
It's
just...
true. A lot of
they really
actors
just
wasted.
vanished. That's rude.
Dumb voiceover.
Some days my childhood feels so very far away. And others, I can
Oh
almost
God,
see
yeah.
it.
Never let Gal
Jules
Gadot
Verne once
narrate
wrote,
any.
This
"Put
is
two
funny.
ships in the open
These are
sea
terrible
without
voiceovers.
wind or tide. They will come together."
There were perfect things. Diamond absolutes.
The truest darkness is not the absence of light.
Voiceover
It
is
the
so
conviction
lazy.
The light will never return.
And they all
Bad
suck.
wigs.
They all suck. That's true. And so far the starring's okay. A lot of bad wigs.
The one human being keeping these heroes from becoming complete psychopaths. The director of Wonder Woman. Feud with Warner Brothers. The director of Birds of Prey.
Oh, I know what they're doing here.
Feud with Warner Brothers.
Yeah, okay, I get it
The
now.
director of
Yeah.
Suicide Squad. Feud with Warner Brothers. The director of Aquaman. It's pretty chill with Warner Brothers, actually.
Yeah, he
And
is.
the director of 3 DCEU films. Feud with Warner Brothers. I'm sensing a pattern here. You know, they should let Warner Brothers direct the movies. That way everything can be Space Jam 2.
Well, that's a nice nod for Warner Brothers.
Crisis
Yeah, I really
for
don't like
Infinite
Warner
Dorks.
Crisis for Infinite Dorks. Okay.
So many of these movies have a
Okay.
scene where the hero is learning to fly but can't quite get off the ground.
Origin
What a
movies.
perfect metaphor.
That seems common.
What
Hey,
a
Screen
perfect
Junkies.
metaphor.
In Batman's one-man
Ha-ha.
quest to fight crime, how many horrible crimes does he commit himself? And does one of them violate the Geneva Convention? Yes. In a new video, we did the math on Batman's
Oh,
crimes
great.
harder than Oracle on
There we
tax
go.
day.
They're finally
Click the thumbnail on the right to watch it now.
Planning in advance to try and
This
launch
episode
something
is
else.
presented
Good
by
for them.
Pagoda. Put the egg rolls in.
Oh, look, it's
Pagoda
on
egg rolls.
Fandom. So is Fandom their other thing?
Oh yeah, no, they own it now. They
okay.
bought it. It's always funny. The ending of these Honest Trailers is always like a reject joke that didn't make the cut, or you don't know where to put it.
Yeah.
So you sort of just throw it to the end. Be like, oh, cool. All right, yeah, we'll just put that in there, and then it'll wrap things up and ends with a joke. Look, I mean,
Apparently, somebody's saying the end title card is spelled wrong for this one, and they're embarrassed by it.
It is.
I don't know what that's about. Yeah, what
What's-
end title card?
Pagoda. Put the egg rolls in.
Where?
Viewer comments presented by Pagoda. I don't know what they're talking about.
Pagoda?
If I
Presented
told
by? What did we
you
miss?
that you can like both Marvel and DC.
I don't know.
It's not like my comment isn't clever. It's just that other
It's also just like, this was my idea. Like, I got this. Well, I mean, I got this from David Letterman when he had Barry White on. Things that sounds better by Barry White, and he came on and he went jazzercise. I always remembered it. So when we had the epic voice, I was like, you know, it'd be fun if I get more interaction and engagement by having him, hey, say something in the guy's voice. And of course, that stuck and made the engagement that much heavier, you know, because the commenters were filled with what movie they wanted to see, on top of say this in your voice, and then it became an ongoing thing that became part of the, the reason why it's popular.
are better than mine. Say
It's nice to see
something.
them still
I'm giving
using
up on
my
you, DC.
my tactics to make the money and engagement.
It's all about the
I
all about
don't
the engagement.
I don't see what's wrong with the title card. Did something else happen that we missed?
Yeah, I also don't understand.
Is there some, I always look.
Now,
I don't understand.
This episode is
I always
presented by
love-
Pagoda. Violate the Geneva
Maybe it's the
Convention.
opening title? I thought you
Yes.
said end
In a
title.
new video, we did the math on Batman's crimes harder than Oracle on tax day. Click the thumbnail
Yeah,
on the
I
right to
can't.
watch it now.
I don't see it. Somebody tell me. Anyway, overall, it's kind of lazy. The title that he did at the end, Crisis. Oh, Infinite is spelled wrong. Oh, that one, not the end card. You're saying the title card.
Ooh.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. There it is. Infinity. I mean, that's on That's on Robert Holtby, sadly. That's a bummer. I feel bad for Robert because he did that master. I'm sure that's his mess up.
You ever make a big video that's got like an error in it, and then it gets like millions of views, and
you can't fix it?
Bothers you.
And YouTube doesn't let you like swap out a clip, which you'd think they could. You'd think they could figure that out for us.
Yeah. My Last Jedi video, there's one part where it just goes black, and it seems like it's a creative choice, but no. I just forgot.
I want to comment. There's a guy in the comment. Hey, Vixid, I got fired for sexual misconduct, right? Yeah, falsely fired. Actually, the company that fired me ended up getting shut down. I can't really talk about it because we have a big settlement where they had to do things in order to end all the accusations. So VXid. Maybe go get some more information as you spam the chat and, incorrectly put things out there. But hey, do what you got to do, man. Appreciate you. Very easy to block you, but
meanwhile,
thanks
really
for giving me a chance to
that
explain that. You what? You did read it?
No.
Oh, good.
I really did beat up that clown savagely. I did him worse than Ezra Miller did that lady he shoved down, which I'm sad they didn't put that in the thing. When they said Ezra Miller is getting canceled, I'm like, come on, you got to put the dumb clip. It's so great. You've seen the clip.
Which one?
Where he's just where Ezra Miller, some lady just comes at him, he pushes her down in the snow. And that's what he got in trouble for.
Wait. Oh, yes. I just went down the wrong pipe. Oh, I almost choked on my mic's hard. Yeah, the one that's in the bar.
Excited, yeah.
The bar when he's I've seen the clip. It's crazy. And then they either paid
outside the bar.
They either paid him out, paid him off. I don't know. It's disappeared. But I'm sure DC's not excited for it.
Ezra Miller knows how to party.
Anyway, overall, I mean, I just want to get back in the algorithm because the problem is because of assholes in the chat and stuff and Screen Junkies never updating their video. But there's still hundreds of thousands of people who don't know I'm back, let alone that I wasn't accused of the things that the trolls keep trying to put out there, So every once in a while I'll make a video like this to sort of re-blip in the radar so they can't get rid of me, which I know also just doesn't make them that happy about it.
Andy.
And that's what the point of this is.
Content is king. If the content's good, that's all that matters.
It's true. It's facts.
If you keep making it, people will see it.
Well said.
I got guys.
Speaking of content,
canceled.
Best movie ever over on Movie World is fantastic content that's starting to finally rise. And we got a good one next week. I can't say more.
Oh, is it getting good?
Tuesday is going to be a good one. So stay tuned and go over to Movie World. I'll put it at the end of this video when you watch it.
The last one we did was Jack and Jill.
That one didn't do as well, but it's hard to get there. But I'm going to get through some of your comments next.
Nobody's looking up Jack and Jill. But when we did Mortal Kombat, they looked up Mortal Kombat.
They can't. There's not always a topical classic bad movie every week. Sometimes you.
No, but there always is.
I'm telling you,
we could do
next week.
We could do one of
next week, man. It's gonna be fun, and I got some more in the deck. You guys are gonna be excited. So check out Best Movie Ever. Happy
the new
show.
one is also not topical.
You're wrong. You're actually wrong.
It.
No, but you're wrong. We're a little early.
Yeah, you were trying to tell me.
We're really early for the 4K release. The 4K release is coming a couple weeks after our release.
They're doing a 4K release.
Yes. So Vito, I'm on top of shit. Don't you dare.
All right. Okay.
When I did
4K,
when I did the Godfather Coda, I got tons of views on that one. Surprisingly, sometimes when an old movie comes back in a new version, it does get some traction. So stay tuned, folks. You'll hear it soon. But as I wrap up this clipping part, my final thoughts on the Honest trailer. Stupid. It's a good soundbite for it.
Yeah.
It's just lazy. It doesn't feel like their heart's in it anymore.
It's one of those things, you see it in your feed, you click on it, you barely pay attention to it.
And because, a lot of it, even though it's not doing as well, it's still doing pretty well, I got to say. They're still making some money off of it, not as much as they used to. I'm sure they wish it was at the level it was. But it's still, certain things that are just popular will still click through. Even though they've lost a lot of views, their popularity is letting them ride into the sunset a little bit longer on nothing because of the back work, the breaking our backs of the work we did in the beginning. So, yeah, it's a little sad to see just laziness and lack of heart in there. Doesn't feel as good. But, hey, what can you do? But just keep trucking and, like you said, make the content. So all you tuning in, good for did you guys like it? Throw a chat. One for a yes, you liked it, or 0 for you didn't like it. Be honest. I'll read it fairly, but I'm curious what you guys think of that trailer that we just watched. Personally, again, my criticism overall, it's not honest anymore. And I know that sounds stupid, like an easy note, but it's actually a hard note to stick to when you're writing these jokes and you're doing it. And you'd be surprised, especially in the early days. I really do feel like there was something funnier about the simplicity of keeping it honest, even over the joke. I really do think that's why people really appreciated the format and what we were doing, and I think they've lost their way a bit in just trying to do jokey jokes, which is what Spencer's style is. So, hey, what can you do? I'm still proud of it to know that I created something that has 400 versions and that they can't get rid of me, baby, even if they want to, Vito. I got to say, cheers to that. Yeah, go ahead. Final thoughts as the numbers come in.
Could have used more egg roll. Could have used more egg roll.
More egg rolls.
I think a couple more shots of the egg roll just interspliced in there would have been good.
So yeah, we got 0, 0, 0.5.
You ever have those microwavable egg rolls though? They're terrible.
Bunda gave it a 5. Bunda really liked it. 1, 1, 1, 1. Good one. A lot of ones. 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. A lot of repeats. A lot of people are actually. They're trolling me. One guy keeps putting a lot of high numbers in. 0, 0, 1, 0.5. I'm trying to. Sorry,
I was on the internet.
A lot of the high numbers. All the high numbers were the same guy. Sorry, so ignore that. And a couple of the ones were repeats. I would say though they got more ones than zeros. To be fair, 0 trash. Bad. So hey, good for them, man. 1 for the starring, 0 for the rest.
I like the joke.
Good call, Jason. I agree.
Yeah.
What were we saying, Vito?
I like the joke that was either about racism or
the Trump joke.
Treasury secretaries. Yeah, that was a good one.
Cool. Well,
kept me guessing.
I do too. And if you want some egg rolls, don't go buy whatever brand that was. Go get some other egg rolls. What's a good one to Tostino? How about or some Tino's pizza rolls? Let's go support somebody else. Let's not give them more money.
I actually had an egg roll like 2 days ago. I specifically drove to Egg Roll King, which is a place that makes pretty good egg rolls.
There's a place called Egg Roll King?
Everything else they make is...
Wow.
Yeah, it's in... where is it? Like Burbank.
Wow. Interesting.
But everything else they make is bad. I threw out the rest of the Chinese food and just ate the egg roll.
Interesting.
Solid egg roll, though.
Bunda says 5 means I liked it. I just picked a random number. Well, I said 0 if you didn't like it and 1 if you liked it, and you gave it a 5. So I can only assume if you went above 1 that you liked it, Bunda.
5's a multiple of 1.
Yeah.
So
it means
you liked it,
5 times 1, which means you liked it 5 times more. All right, I got a lot more chats to go through. We're going to get through them all. We're going to talk about what Ray Fisher's up to today. You know, Ray Fisher's got to get involved on the 1-year anniversary of George Floyd.
Absolutely.
Of course, Vito. He can't keep to himself. How much do you want to bet, chat, that Ray Fisher is going to make the anniversary of George Floyd about himself? You ponder that while we wait and we clip this. We got lots more to talk about. If you haven't yet joined, what are you waiting for? Like I said at the join, for the full replay here of the show, we talk for I'm here for another couple hours. Always fun. At least hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Smash the bell and the likes, because YouTube, since demonetizing me, has slowly dipped me in the algorithm again. So we got to claw our way back up. We did it before. We'll do it again. It's all we do here is keep clawing back up. That's what I live for. So thanks to all of you. If you're watching live, don't go anywhere. We are not done. This is just for the replay on YouTube's sake. Celebrating 400 Honest Trailers, the series created by me, Andy Signore.